Hi, and welcome to Brookdale Newsmakers, your source for what's happening on our campus and in your community. I'm Danielle Foley, and joining us today is Women's Softball Championship Coach Bo Scanapico. Thank you for joining us today, Bo.
My pleasure.
So how long have you been coaching softball for?
I've been coaching. I'm involved in the softball program for 28 years, 25 years as a head coach.
Okay, and what about at Brookdale? How long have you been here for?
34 years.
Okay, that's
and coached every one of those years.
Really?
Yeah, started
that's
out
very
in baseball.
Nice. And I know last season was very successful, so can you tell us some of the team's accomplishments?
Well, last year, we had an unbelievably great season. We finished region champs again for the 15th time in the last 17 years, which that in itself is a big accomplishment. And we also went to the Nationals in Minnesota, Rochester, and won our third national championship. And we played extremely well. It was one of the highlights of my coaching career, honestly. I thought that the girls really accomplished a lot from the beginning of the season till the end. And our play was inspirational in the playoff games and in the national championships.
That's great. So you had a great team for you. With the spring season about to start up, have you been having practices lately?
Yes, we started practice the last week in January, and we've been building from ever since. Obviously, because of the weather, our practices have been indoors for the most part. Whenever we can get our gym time, we're practicing. We're working very hard to try and defend this national championship. And we're fortunate enough yesterday to even go out and scrimmage. We rode down to Georgian Court and had a scrimmage with them.
Okay, how was that?
It went very well for us. Our team performed very well. I was pleased. Actually a little surprised because I thought we really exceeded even my expectations this early.
So you have the team all set up now?
The team is all set and picked, and we're just ready to get going.
So when you're recruiting players at tryouts, what are some of the skills and techniques you're looking for in a player?
Well, even more than that, let me just backtrack. We're looking for young ladies that want to be student athletes first. Because when we do the transfer process, even when you go to four-year schools, the first thing the coach asks you is, how are their grades? Can they make it here academically?
Right.
And the second thing they'll ask you is, how is their work ethic and ability? So this starts out with that. I look for student athletes first. I want ladies that really want to be team-oriented first, play hard, have obviously skill, and we go from there. We've been highly successful. So I've been pleased with our results in the last 15 years.
That's really great. So now if your team makes it as far as they did last year with the regional and national tournaments, where are those held? Where are those tournaments held?
Okay, this year the regional tournament's held at Northampton Community College, which is in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So that'll be a little bit of a hike for us. And then if we're fortunate enough to win that, then the national tournament will be where it was last year, Rochester, Minnesota.
Okay, so you guys went there last year? And
we've been there the last so many years.
Oh, okay. And the spring season is starting up, so what are some of the competitors you have lined up?
Well, I think in our region, probably Gloucester will be our #1 competitor again. They have 9 returning players, which is always significant. They had a very good team last year. And also, I think Northampton will be very good. And obviously, they're hosting a tournament, which is a benefit to them. And there'll be other schools like Camden and Sussex and maybe OCC. So we'll have a number of competitors.
So there's many community colleges that you go up against, right?
In our region, we have 11 teams.
11 teams?
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yep.
So when is the spring season starting up for Brookdale's team this year?
We're leaving for our spring trip March 12th, Myrtle Beach. We open up our season on March 13th, and we play 5 consecutive doubleheaders down there before we return home on the 19th, and we open up our home season on the 22nd.
Okay, so when the girls want to try out, they can only play for 2 years. Is that true?
That is true. This is a 2-year school, so their first 2 years of softball eligibility are here.
Okay, so I wish you all the success with this year's team, and hopefully you'll make it just as far.
Let's keep our fingers crossed, Danielle.
I will for you.
All right.
Maybe I'll get to a game or two.
All right.
Our guest today was Bo Scanapico. Thank you for joining us on Brookdale Newsmakers. For more information, visit us at brookdalecc.edu. I'm Danielle Foley. See you here next time on Brookdale Newsmakers.